Her story of breaking free from a family's curse and meeting our host Shannon in Italy is something to see. Next Wednesday, you'll meet the woman who changed everything. Gwenny Mees grew up feeling everything. As an empathic child, she absorbed her family's pain, their patterns, their generational wounds. For years, she carried the weight of cycles that weren't even hers to bear. But sometimes, the most sensitive souls become the strongest curse breakers. From a childhood of overwhelming emotions to becoming a yoga teacher, sound healer, and holistic coach, Gwenny's transformation will leave you speechless. Discover how Italy sparked a healing journey that would break chains spanning generations. Join us Wednesday, January 7th at 5 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel House Mama Unity and Community Podcast. Because your family's story doesn't have to be your destiny.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon Scott. I'm the host of the House Mama podcast. Last week we had Carmen on. I don't have a rewind this week because Kevin has been sick, so which is totally okay. You can watch the full episode on the YouTube channel, but it was a really phenomenal show. So Carmen is a healer, and she holds a lot of healing classes, healing circles for ladies, men included, actually. And she touched a lot on her journey getting her to that point. And I say it every week, we seem to always tie in to the next show from the previous show, completely unintentionally. And well, I guess everything is by design. But this week is no different. So I love Carmen. She is very much a true healer, a self-healer. A lot of people refer to that as, a form of shamanism. And she, man, an incredible inspiration to me. And this week ties right into that because I have a friend of mine that I actually met when I was living overseas. I talk a little bit about it sometimes, but I lived overseas until I was 16 years old. I lived on 5 out of 7 continents. I've been to, 20 some different countries. My dad's job took us overseas, and extremely grateful for the experience, extremely grateful. It really shaped me into the person that I am and the literal world of knowledge that I do have up to this point. I actually met Gwenny in 1997. I was in 7th grade when I met her. We moved to Milan in 1997. And Gwenny is Dutch. She is from Holland. And she, man, one of my best friends back then. Her, myself, and Lee, we were thicker than thieves. And Lee has been on the show before. We'll actually be showing a picture of the 3 of us, but yeah, we were really tight-knit back then. And I talk a lot about everything being divine. Nothing is a coincidence. The fact that the 3 of us have reconnected all these years later is not a coincidence either. So anyway, Gwenny is going to be on the show. She is a yoga teacher as well as working with the inner child wounds, the oldest child, stipulations, the roles that the oldest child plays in the family. And she is also a healer. So now I get to introduce you guys to my friend Gwenny Mees.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good to be on your show.
I know. Weird, right? How weird is
Yeah.
that? I can't get over how weird any of it is, and I don't think I ever will.
No.
I love it all. So yeah, I was talking about Carmen. She was on last week, and she had a really incredible story as well. She is a Reiki master, practicing healer. And when I had realized that that's what you did as well, it's incredible to me how everything is so connected. So when Gwenny and I talked the other day, she was talking to me about how she had heard voices when she was younger. I'm very open about, my spirituality. I see, hear, feel everything. I'm very connected with the spirit world. So immediately that was something that really intrigued me about you. It is definitely a you're not alone type of feeling. Yeah. So that's where I want to start with you. I want you to tell me about that experience.
So when I was really young, I think I was like 4, I heard voices, but I grew up in a normal family. My mom did not know what to do with it. And she took me to the doctor. And the doctor said, "Oh, let's not discuss this. Let's not put it in her file. People will think she's crazy. Let's just not document that." But my mom has always been very supportive. But, as a child, you think you're crazy. So you just stuff it away. You put it away. But you, as a child, even, and now still, I can hear them. Thank God I cannot see them like you.
Yeah. Oh.
And like my introduction said, I'm also an empath, so I can feel everything. When you're hurting, I can feel it. When you're sad, you're tired, I can feel everything. So yeah, that was, as a child, it was quite difficult. Yeah. But now you get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you really do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you said to me the other day, yeah, I still go to the supermarket. I do not. I order my groceries because there's just too much noise for me. Yeah. So I do protect myself in some ways.
Yeah. I struggle more with that because I work so heavily with people, and I know you do as well. And I really struggle with keeping myself out of any kind of public eye, but I'm very much called and told to protect my energy and reserve that. And it's such a struggle for me to do that. I don't know how to separate myself. Yeah, it's difficult.
No, I know. I think it's very difficult to separate, to close yourself, turn yourself off for the outer world. Yeah.
Yeah. So then when we met, so like how prominent was this through like your teenage years? Like when we had met, and was it always really loud for you and you just kept it private, or was there a time in your life when it, quieted down and you kind of disconnected from it? Or has it always been strong for you and you just hit it really well?
I did. Yeah, I hit it really well. Yeah. Because I remember when we met in Italy, you were going through a hard time. And that I could just feel I can just feel your pain. Yeah, I can feel it here.
You gave me, I'm going to cry. This is the first time I've cried on here, man. Oh. First time. Geez, that was a rough time for me.
Yeah.
And you and Lee were such a staple in my life at that point. You were the first people to my memory that did not turn me away no matter how wild I was, because I know I was super wild when we lived in Italy. That's when I started becoming really wild, was when we lived in Italy, because what I was hearing and seeing started becoming very prominent around that age for me. I was 12 years old when I started to actually see with my eyes what was around me. And so when we lived in Italy, that's when I started having, oh yeah, there it is. Oh, he's trying to make me not cry. I know, I'm just choking over here, man, just choking. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Where were we? We were going to a school dance or something.
I know, this is at my house, and in my house, we were getting ready for the dance.
We need to redo this picture.
We
all
do.
we wore was that red lipstick. We didn't wear anything else but that red lipstick.
No, but my mom was telling me we were gonna wear dresses, but then you guys showed up in jeans and white t-shirts.
We ruined it. Look at dude, this picture cracks me up every time I look at it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I even have my arms crossed. And it's still to this day. Everywhere I go, my arms are crossed and I will hold on to my biceps. That's typically how I protect myself. If I have my palms out or my heart exposed, it's very easy to, well, not anymore. It used to be easy to, penetrate my aura, my bubble. So I really learned to keep it tight for a long time. Man, that's funny.
But I didn't know you were going through this back then. I know you were having a hard time. I knew you were sad, but I didn't know why.
Mm-hmm. I was having visions of my ancestors' trauma at that age. And I actually started having them when I was 7. That was the first time that I had the vision. And then it escalated when I turned 12. And by the time I was 13, which is this picture, it was so bad. It was terrifying. I was having visions of things that I didn't even know about at that age. And I had no idea. And I remember I drew it in my diary. And I told you this the other day. That was the last time that I wrote in any kind of diary or journal, because my mom ended up reading my diary because she could tell I was struggling. And I ran away from home that day. And I still hear her. It still gives me chills. I can hear her screaming my name as she's running behind me. And I had no idea where I was going. And I ran across the street to the little plaza over there, and I was hiding in those stairwells. Yeah, I'll never forget that. And that was the last time that I wrote in any kind of diary or journal. I still don't. I won't do it. But it actually plays nicely into who I am now. I don't need to write things in journals anymore. So yeah. Man, wild, crazy.
Yeah. But it seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. Especially even sitting here with you, like I can feel everything. And I remember it, man, how important you guys were to me. You had no idea you were so important to me. Yeah. You were incredibly important to me. I was very much blocked out, and that goes into, the next thing I wanted you to talk about was, excuse me, you were the oldest and, felt the responsibility of the rest of your family. And, I was the youngest, and I ended up being the scapegoat. So, because I spoke truth. So yeah, I want you to talk about that. Talk to me about that older, sibling role that you played.
Well, after Italy, we went back to Holland because my dad he left. He moved to the US, and my mom was just devastated. I have a younger brother, and there was no one to take care of us, no one to take care of me. So what happens is, it happens a lot as the eldest daughter. They take on the entire family. They take on the responsibility for everybody. So instead of having parents taking care of me, I was taking care of my mom. I was taking care of my younger brother. And yeah, I'm meeting so many women nowadays, especially the oldest daughter. They tend to take on the entire family. help their mother. Let's be honest, most fathers are emotionally unavailable. So we're, I don't know the English word, but we're trying to keep everything in peace. So no one gets upset, no one cries, no one's sad. And especially, I was also an empath, so I was trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah. Yep.
But I forgot myself.
Yes. You actually do that now for work, don't you? Along with, you know, the yoga. Do you actually work with these women as well to help them release that or understand it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Because if you go through it, I mean, of course you can learn from books, but if you go through it, you know what it feels like. And everything that helped me, I can now help them, guide them, do the same thing in their own way, of course.
Right. Yeah. You also do a lot of inner work or inner child work too, as well, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
I think everything comes down to healing the inner child.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a lot of people who tell me, yeah, I had a wonderful childhood. Okay, did you really? Was your father emotionally present? Was your mom loving? Was she able to hold you? Was she able to give you the love that you needed? And to be honest, our generation, and of course our parents' generation and our grandparents, they did not receive the love and emotional support that we all needed. So you grew up feeling empty. And we are never going to get the love and emotional support that we long for from our parents. It's now our job to give it to ourselves. So what happens is, if you're pleasing everybody else, you forget yourself. But you have to give yourself the love and everything to yourself now.
Yes.
I think it's the most important thing now.
It is.
Healing trauma, giving your inner child everything you missed, you longed for, you need to become whole.
Yeah.
So you don't outsource it to someone else. I mean, you see a lot of relationships between men and women is the woman is looking for the father and the man is looking for a mother. I mean, that's not going to work. It's a trauma bond.
Yes. Yep. It's about finding the other part, you know, your counterpart. So, but you have to be whole first.
Yeah.
To be able to find that. I remember hearing that when I was younger. Yeah, men always end up with women like their mother and women with, you know, men like their fathers. Once you realize that and you step out of that cycle, man, it's eye-opening. It's extremely eye-opening. Yeah,
it is. And I'm not going to say it's all love and light and it's easy. No, I think it's the hardest thing you will ever do.
Yes.
But when you get out of the tunnel, I always use this metaphor, when you get out on the other side of the tunnel, you do feel better.
I tell people that all the time. Yeah, it's extremely painful. There's a whole lot of talk around, you know, love and light, which is fantastic. We actually need people that carry that completely. But then we also need people that are at battleground, and that's my calling. My calling, while I do vibrate high, and I do live in a lot of inner peace, my specific role and calling at this point right now is to be in the trenches with my hand out, pulling, you know what I'm saying? And it becomes really difficult because I deal with a lot of darkness, a lot of dark things, a lot of shadows, a lot of attachments, a lot of, you know, ancestral attachments. And I've tried to shift into just being, you know, love and light and carrying that, but it's impossible, because then I look back and I'm like, I know your darkness because I've been there. and I have to stand here and wait for you. Yeah, it's very painful. It physically hurts you. Man, it hurts, but it is worth it. It's like a deep breath, and it's the exhale. That's what you feel when you're healed. The exhale.
Yeah, doesn't it feel it feels more like you're at peace. Yeah.
Like you stopped holding your breath. You stopped hyperventilating, and you're just
you stop surviving and you start living.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, survival mode, man. I could talk about survival mode for days. No. That's
but you know what? I think everybody can. I think most people are living in survival mode. Their nervous system is just on edge all the time.
Yeah. They don't even realize that they're so used to it. They don't understand what it means to actually relax.
Yeah.
And unintentionally, I don't have to force myself to relax anymore. I'm internally relaxed. My stomach, I used to really hold my stomach in, and I couldn't stop myself from doing it. And now I've noticed that I don't have that pain in my lower back, my hips, my stomach, because it's released and relaxed. And I feel that clear through my whole body. So, which actually just happened for me about 2 weeks ago. I had to really go through that. I just went through a very, very deep inner child cleaning. So, and it ended for me about 2 weeks ago. And I have been breathing out so hard lately. I don't even remember taking a breath in. It's a lovely feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's finally peace.
Yeah, that's what I understand is what peace really is. I was chasing peace, trying to find things that were peace and trying to bring them in. And none of them were creating peace for me because I had no internal peace. None. I was in constant turmoil since a child. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you grew up. That used to be your normal. So a child doesn't know any better. Your nervous system doesn't know any better.
Yep. Yeah. I try to tell people that all the time. It all begins and ends with the nervous system.
Yeah.
So tell me about your yoga.
Well, it's funny that you say that because the first thing I say to women, are you holding in your stomach? Is your butt relaxed or is it clenched? And are you breathing here or are you breathing at the bottom of your body? You know, there's a big difference. This is survival. Here it's living.
Yes.
That's the first question I ask. But you can see it when people are breathing. They go like this.
Yep. Yeah. I've done that for a long time. I still catch myself doing it because my nervous system was so messed up. I would continually hyperventilate. I actually just had talked to Marcus about that a couple weeks ago. I couldn't stop hyperventilating and I was in so much pain from all the pressure because my nervous system was hyperventilating. And no matter how much I tried to relax my mind, my body wasn't connecting with my mind. And I had to actually just let it go. I was just carrying it and I had to let it go.
Yeah.
And man, yeah, I just let it out just now. I felt that.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, how long have you been doing yoga? How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing all of this? When did you start all of this?
Well, I was quite young because when I was 17, I think my best friend died. And my mom took me to all these holistic therapists. And so that's when it started. And I've always been going to holistic therapists and people that are helping me. But I started doing yoga, I think, like 8 years ago, and I started teaching 5 years ago. I just felt it was my calling.
Yeah.
It helped me so much. I mean, Trauma, you can talk to therapists all you want. It's talking, yes, of course it helps, but the trauma is stuck in the body. So it's very good to combine the talking and the body work together to release trauma.
I love that your mom was so supportive like that.
She was. Yeah.
It's incredible to me. I just recently found out about energy healing within the past couple of years. I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. I just woke up and, just everything came piling in. But yeah, I didn't know anything about any of it. And I found out though, the past, couple of years, I've learned a lot. It's actually more prominent overseas than it is in the US because we are so focused. Yeah, it is. We're really focused on pharmaceuticals. We're really focused on medication management. And overseas, they're very connected with their ancestors, with their bodies, with the food they put in their bodies. And here in the US, we don't know. We're go, 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 go. Everything is fast paced, as quick as you can get it. And that's why people really rely on medication here too, because it takes a long time to get your body back into that focus. Yeah. And a lot of people in the US are really focused on keeping everything quiet. We didn't have that direct communication with our families or connections with our families. And that was one of my favorite things about growing up overseas was what I was able to see from all the different cultures and how important, your well-being, your family, your ancestors, it's all so important overseas.
Yeah.
I love that your mom was so supportive like that. I love it. Is she gifted?
She is, but she does keep it away. She's like, Gwen, you do your thing and I will watch from the sideline. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. They know. And they know it's not theirs too. I actually was, we are the new elders. We are the elders. We are the elders in learning is what we are.
Yeah.
So, which is really weird, but we're that next step. It's almost like they've passed the torch to us, and a lot of them are kind of fading out now with their beliefs and their gifts and passing the torch. So,
yeah,
I
think it's a good thing.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, I really do. A lot of the old ways are going to be slowly dying out, and we are more conscious and more aware. So we are creating the new building blocks for the next wave, basically. Yeah. No pressure. Pressure. I know, I love it.
No.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. Oh, I hear. So yeah. That's nice though, man. Your mom very quietly sat back and that's wisdom. That's wisdom. That's wisdom, what she gave you.
Yeah.
I love that.
But every parent gives you wisdom. They give you, even if it's not much, they do give you something.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm very grateful for what I've learned from my parents, the good and the bad. Yeah. That's a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
So,
and like I was saying the other day, even though I'm in no contact with my father now, he did give me the gift of living abroad. So let's just look at the positive side.
Yes. Yep. That's how I've been here recently. I'm very grateful for my dad for giving that to me. So I realize that I'm a little different than most people around me here. And I hid it for a long time. I didn't want to be different. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be like all my friends here. And the older I get, the more I realize what an incredible gift it is to have had the experiences that I had.
Yeah.
So tell me more, Miss Direct.
Yeah, we Dutch people are very direct.
You are. Yeah. You always were, though, even when we were younger.
I know. That's how we grow up here in Holland.
I love that, though. I love that. It doesn't leave room for much confusion. You know, you get the answer and that's the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. So how's life now? After everything you've gone through, all your, I guess, training, did you do any like formal training for any of this stuff? Or was this just things that you on your own independently learned?
No, I did take a few formal courses. Also because I wanted to protect myself and you do not want to damage someone more. So I did want a few guidelines. So I went to a yoga ashram to get the course. And I did a few other psychology courses as well. Trauma and spiritual courses. But again, like I said, you cannot learn from books. You learn from life.
Yes.
I mean, that's my opinion. But yeah, you learn from life.
I agree. Yeah. I used to read a lot. I went to college. I obtained my Associate of Arts in Business Management and then went back for my Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. And yeah, there's nothing that I've been able to read that came close to real life experiences, what I've seen, what I've understood, what I've lived through. Yeah.
Yeah, because a book can tell you what it's like growing up without a parent. But if you have not experienced growing up without a parent, you do not know what it feels like.
Correct.
So that's the same. I used to have girls coming in with eating disorders. I do not know what that's like. So that's why I couldn't help them. I told them to go see someone else who did go through the same experience because they know what it's like.
I love
and of course, behind everything is the same trauma: not being seen, not being heard, not being loved.
Yeah.
But I do not know what it's like to have an eating disorder. So go to someone who has been through that and healed from it.
I really appreciate that you do that. Yeah. A lot of people will try to tell you what they think they know because they read about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an eating disorder for 10 years. So, and it was very difficult because I had a distorted self-image. So it was difficult for me to explain to people who were looking at me and, I wasn't overweight. I wasn't, any of those things. But that's not what I saw. So it was hard for me to get people to understand. And they used to tell me all the time to eat. They would be like, go eat a cheeseburger. That helped me zero, because every time I ate, I just choked on it. I didn't want to eat. Or I would make myself throw up. For a long time, I made myself throw up too. So, yeah.
You check all the boxes in life what you had, right? So
Yes.
you can help everyone.
Yep. Yes. You understand, I have been through so much, Gwenny. Like so much, but I understand that's my path. I have that internal shaman. So I have an undying need to know anything I don't know. But there's truly not much that I haven't lived through. And I know a lot of people really get annoyed with me when I say that, but that's not my problem. I've experienced way too much. So yeah, I come from a place of knowledge. I come from a place of wisdom, because then I've also healed these things about myself. So yeah, I'm well on my way to, Shannon the shaman. Which that's my calling, one of the many. I love it though. I really do. I'm grateful for it. Very much.
Yeah,
so.
and it's maybe harsh to say, but your soul chose this path.
Yes.
I know it's harsh, but you're strong.
Yeah. I know. I know exactly why I chose this. I know what's coming for me next. I'm very aware of a lot of things. And I wasn't supposed to know until I had experienced all of that trauma and pain. Everything, loss of child, rape, neglect, abuse. Yeah, I've experienced all of it. Yeah. So, and I really try hard to help people understand that they went through those things, particularly so that they could turn around and reach a hand back out. Part of what I do is turn around and reach a hand back out. And the other part of what I do is document all these things well, because well, they won't exist. We don't have to go down certain paths. We just don't have to. And a lot of people speak about, the new earth, which does begin here, but it will carry on somewhere else. And the darkness will be contained at that point. And there will be people that, carry the knowledge of it and make sure that it doesn't leak. And I so gratefully get to be one of those people. So yeah, I talk very openly about it. It just is a reality. So yeah, it's wild out here, man.
Yeah.
It's wild out here. But yeah. Your soul definitely does choose it. Thank you. Having a great time. We are having fun.
Yeah, it would be nice to have some a mellow life now with love and,
Yeah. That's our experience from now on, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we've turned 40, right? We're good now.
That's what I heard. Yeah, when all this came to me 2 years ago, I kept hearing 41 is coming. I was unaware at the time of the biblical reference to it, but once everything, all my gifts, all my knowledge, everything cracked open all at once, which really broke my entire body. I've never been so sick in my life. And yeah, they kept telling me 41 is coming. And that was before all my gifts open. I thought it was a thought in my mind. I thought I was promoting myself, until I realized that it was being told to me, because I was about to go through the most major awakening I could have ever imagined going through. And they were letting me know before that awakening that I was going to make it out. of everything that they were about to put me through. So it was heavy.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your life now.
My life now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's more quiet. The last 4 years have been crazy. A lot happened. I had a relationship for like 18 years. He moved abroad as well. He moved to Toronto. Then my aunt died. I lost my best friend again. So there's like a theme in my life of abandonment.
Yes.
I've tried with my father the last couple of years. It just does not work. We do not speak the same language. So I have just decided to go no contact with him, and it has given me a lot of peace. So now I'm in my life where it's calm, it's steady, there's no drama.
Yes.
I'm just, how do you say that? Recapitulating?
Calibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I teach, the people come to me, they find me, like I said, most of them are all eldest daughters. And on the side, I know it's really hard for us to have a regular job, but I do freelance HR as well. And it gives me a nice balance to live in the normal world and then teach yoga on the other side. So there's like a balance there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that balance right now. I really am.
Yeah, I understand, because it's given me a lot of peace as well. And I get to work from home, so that's just great. I can go to the office if I want to.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I'm looking for right now, is that balance between the spirit and still living in my human. I can't imagine that the only human experience I will get is from 40 years of pain and trauma. I refuse to accept that. But it is very difficult for me to just work anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I just want to go back to the farm, to be honest. So yeah,
but it's not an option either.
It's been real heavy on my mind, and I actually think it is the option. When I had that shoulder surgery 2 years ago, they pretty much told me that it was 100% guaranteed that I would re-injure myself. But my guides tell me otherwise. My guides tell me that I was as injured as I was because of the incredible amount of inflammation that I had in my body. And I don't feel that pain now. So literally it's been 2 weeks. And it's amazing to feel normal. No pain, no inflammation. I'm not popping deep in my chest anymore. Like the strangest places that I'm popping. And I, ever since then, my stomach, it makes me want to cry from joy. They keep telling me to just reach out. So I actually had thought about reaching out today and seeing if they still needed help on the farm, and doing that, half the time, and then the other half the time doing what I do. Yeah. So maybe I needed to hear you saying that to really push me to doing it.
Yeah, so we can still stay part of the normal life.
Yeah. I need to. I'm way out there. all the time. Like, and I just want to come back for a while.
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus. Hey,
Hello there.
did you mean to
So,
jump in?
I did, but not yet. That's so funny. But while I'm here, Gwenny, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, so at some point, of course, there was like a transition in your life where you were not living holistic, but then you got introduced to these practices and into these in-depth ways of holistically healing. Now, my question is, what was that transition period like in your life? You know, what were the shadows like? What were the dark
Yeah.
nights of the soul like? What is it that you did that helped you have balance and help you have sustainability while awakening to these aspects of yourself on a deep level and utilizing these holistic ways of life?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think I have, how do you say that, died 1,000 deaths. And you just let it, I just let it be. I mean, I have cried on the floor so many times by myself, but I just went through it. I had to go through it. There was no other option for me. And of course, I was really glad that there was someone speaking my language because, I mean, if I go to the office and I talk about chakras or dark night of the soul, they will not understand. But there was one person in particular, he really helped me. And he said, Gwen, you have to heal your trauma. You're on the right path. Go forward. So that was the only option for me. I just had to go forward. Crying, dying with pain, and letting people go. It was the only option. But I was really glad there was someone in my life that was able to guide me. And that's why I really, it feels as my mission to help other people guide through it as well now. Because I see a lot of people who are now depressed and they're like, oh my God, Gwen, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, you know what? I've been through it. You will get there eventually. Does that answer your question?
I love that.
It does. And just like to kind of build off that question, what is one of your favorite practices or routines that you developed for your own self that helped you feel your best? Is it maybe like a sound bath for yourself? Maybe a specific daily yoga practice? Take us into your specific life and what helped you feel like you were in the best routine of yourself.
Well, I think that there's more answers to this because when I first started, I needed rest. My body was tired. I was just tired from helping everybody. So yoga really helped me. Then my body started feeling better, but then I started with the sound healing, which was on a different level than yoga. And then I got to a point where I was just done with everybody. There was also this guy in my life. So there was a lot of anger. He reminded me of my father. So there was a lot of anger. And that's when I started doing boxing and working out, because then you can get rid of the rage. So there's, in every phase of your life, I think there's a different something that will help you through it.
Yes.
But now I combine all of them. I work out, I do yoga, and tennis. It's also good for rage. You can just really hit the ball. And sound healing. I think sound healing works fantastic.
Yes.
It raises your frequency like this.
Yes. Yeah. You can feel it through your whole body.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do sound heal. Sorry, I like to.
I love
Whenever I
sound
feel something or someone around me, I will stop and really feel them because, man, I love them so much. You do sound healing, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And especially the crystal
Yeah, we
singing
both
bowls.
do.
Yeah. Yeah. Marcus does sound healing too.
Also the
Yeah.
crystal singing bowls.
Marcus, you use
I do
the
all of them,
crystals?
all the tools.
Oh, all of them? Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the sound.
Yeah,
I love the vibration.
Yeah. That's what I started using
Yeah.
also. Before I met Marcus,
I'll use
I was frequencies. Mm.
Yeah, I'll use singing bowls. I'll use the Tibetan bowls. I'll use chimes. I'll use rain sticks, wave drums. I'll use hand pan because I have a hand pan. I mean, I'll use all of it.
Oh, you can do the handpan. I love that sound as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got a Tibetan bell right here.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Krishna bell.
Mm.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, that felt good.
Got Ganesha on there.
On my lower spine.
But can I ask a question? Because is it very common in the US to have men doing that? Because here in Holland, it is not.
Not really, I'll be honest. Not really common. I mean, of course you'll find male practitioners, but it's not as much as a female.
Yeah. That's wild.
More men should do it. The rise of the masculine.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, that's part of what I do too.
Yeah.
Is help people rise to the masculine. I love that. That's my favorite, to be honest, is working with men. I love it. I love watching them release. I love that.
But let's be honest, us women, we need men.
Yeah.
Healed men.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah.
difficult to really transition into your full feminine when you are also required to carry masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so.
Absolutely.
I feel it. It's all.
It's a lot.
Oh, it feels so lovely though. It's a lovely feeling.
Well, plus too, like when you think of like the societal aspect of it, we gotta have balance always. Balance is everything. So, it's really beyond gender. It's about man and woman. It's about society as a collective, and we are all masculine and feminine beings. So, balance with it is needed within every aspect of life, whether it's individual, collective, universal consciousness, whatever it may be. It's something that needs to be balanced within everything.
Yeah.
If we want to have, the most healthiest, most optimal conscious living.
Yeah. Women really protect in the spirit world too. So when I talk to a lot of people about, feminine heals and masculine protects, women are really the major spiritual protectors. So, or the healer is, and that's not definitive of man or woman. That's, the masculine, feminine, but yeah, that feminine healing side is truly the protection in the spiritual world. So yeah, but I will always stand by that man protects in the
Just
physical.
the wisdom.
Yeah. No doubt. Y'all don't want to listen sometimes.
You're full of wisdom.
Yeah.
You're full of wisdom. You understand.
Man, wisdom.
And when you understand, then you're empowered from understanding.
Yep.
That's what wisdom is, you know? That's the mother energy, the divine mother. It's the ultimate understanding of what creation is and the
Yep.
embodiment of creation.
Yep.
The father is the knowledge that birth into creation,
Yep.
you know? So then there's not one without the other. So there can't be
Yep.
man without woman. There can't be woman without man. So either way, they're both needed for each other in existence. Or else we just go back to 0 point nothing, and then nothing exists.
Yes.
And you can become nothing. You can become dead, as we call it, in this living world, where you're no longer plugged into what's the living matrix. You're part of the shadow world. And that's just a whole other thing.
Truly. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of things going
Men have
on.
power. There's a lot of power in a healed masculine. A lot. I really appreciate a healed masculine. You've been a fantastic masculine in my life. Fantastic. Keeping me, why do I want to cry so much today? Why? It's that gratitude, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you step past the pain, and you're like, I'm really grateful. Like, God, yeah, I almost started crying again. Like, you have kept, you really, while I have worked through my trauma, and you have been a very patient hand, like that whisper, you know, of it's going to be okay. You're okay. You know, just breathe. Like, you have been, I'm going to cry. I can't help it. I can't help it. My nose is tingling. My gratitude is immense. Yeah. I believe men died. I believe women I believe women, we just, because we're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I got to be here. I got to be there. I got to, you know, and men have always been a quiet whisper of direction and lead the way, you know? So, man.
So I think we owe him a big thank you for willing to step up.
No doubt. No, well, he didn't really have a choice because I guess he did, but no, my guides were like, that one right there. You need to get a hold of him. And that's what I did. I was like, hey. Yeah. I was like, I know this sounds wild and all, but yeah. Didn't even hesitate though. He didn't even hesitate.
Denying this purpose.
Yeah. What a beautiful thing, man. Truly. I can't stop exhaling. I can't stop exhaling.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for doing what you do, and
no doubt
the divine feminine work you bring.
Yeah, no doubt. What a beautiful life, man. So beautiful. I love to sit.
Come on, Shannon, cry already. Let it out. Come on.
No, I do you see the light coming in and out though? It's on the back of my neck there. I want to cry out of just joy and beauty. I feel, I see, white everywhere. People in white, angels, guides, archangels. I have quite a few. One really strong one, and I'm pretty sure that's my highest self. She's with me. She's very beautiful. It sends this, I can't explain it. It's peace in my neck. Does that make sense? It's a feeling of peace. Is that coming from you? Are you sending that, Gwenny?
Not on purpose.
No, because that might be where I'm getting it from though, because it's just a constant feeling of peace in through my neck, like release and then chills, and but it's a good feeling. And it's very strong right now.
So that's our wing area. That's our wings.
Oh.
It's our 6 and 7 dimensions.
Yeah.
And that also connects us to it's also where Archangel Michael's presence is felt.
That makes sense. Yeah. But what I see is a female. I see a lot of them, but what's really, really close to me right here is a female. Very bright, very bright. And I'm getting something from Gwenny too. Your third eye is sending something to me. I can feel it. So it's a quiet piece. I love this life, man. What happened? This is great. I'm going to have a great day now. I was already having a great day. Oh,
Good.
man.
You deserve it.
No doubt. So do you.
Got a little spark.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally. You know.
So wait, I want to hear a little bit more about. I want to hear more about Italy. Let's hear more about this experience of meeting in Italy. Come on. I know you guys got some stories to share.
You know, I really don't remember much. I remember that I was a really bad kid. I lied all the time. I was doing anything that I could for any kind of attention at that point. Because I had no maturity, learning, anything that taught me how to receive any kind of actual friendship, love, anything like that. And yeah, when I think back on it, the only thing I ever remember is laughing with you guys. But I also remember, Gwenny always thinking that we were just insane. I remember so many times you being like, oh, Shannon, constantly. And I don't even remember what I was doing back then, but you always seemed so struck by the way that I acted. And you probably remember better than I would how I was back then. But man, I was off the hook.
Yeah, you were just more outgoing, wild.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was raised as, to be quiet and to sit still and, smile.
Yeah.
And you were like all over the place.
Still to this day. Yeah. It's part of my personality.
Wait a minute, Shannon. No way.
I know. This is all new to me.
Oh, really?
People have told me that my whole life. I just remember being so sad back then. And I've talked to people and they were always like, no, you were always laughing and happy and, bouncy and bubbly. And I was like, I don't remember much of that.
No, because when you used to sleep over a lot at my house as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you were more quiet and sad then.
Yeah.
Even my mother remembers.
Really?
She said, yeah, I remember that. She was really sad. Yeah.
Man, I don't remember it. Now, over the past 2 years, a lot of my memory has been coming back. I've been really flooded with things that I completely forgot about. That trauma. But yeah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. There's so much I don't remember from Italy. That was such a trying time in my life. I just remember I liked making you laugh and shocking you. And I remember riding on those little cars. What were those cars?
No, there were bikes.
Yes, they were giant though.
Like
a whole cage around this bike. And I went with you guys. I went with you and your family to this park.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
I remember you being very quiet, but very comforting You always had a comforting, even at that young of an age, you were always very comforting. There goes that breath again. It's a nice, yeah, always.
Well, that's good. But it's weird growing up in a different country,
Yeah.
In an expat world. It's like a community. You don't belong. You don't belong to Italy. You don't belong to your own country. You don't belong.
Yes. Yeah. Anywhere.
No. Yeah.
I remember that I struggled to fit in everywhere that we moved. And then when I insisted on moving back to the US, I actually got expelled from school in Africa. I had gotten to that point of I was just done. By the time I was 16, I was done. And my parents actually sent me back to the United States by myself. And I moved in with a friend of mine, and I was kind of bouncing at 16. I was bouncing between friends' houses. And then my sister, Amanda, she was kind of taking care of me some, but she was in her party era. But yeah, I very well remember I had a party at my house, and one of my very close friends told me to go back to my country. And I think that was a really big staple moment for me, because I grew up not fitting in, thinking if I moved back to where I came from, then, things would level out for me. And when he said that to me, I love him very much. We're still very close friends. When he said that to me, it really set me over the edge. I was like, wow, you absolutely belong nowhere. Yeah. Like, where do you go from there? But man, now as adults, we understand how much that played into this very precise point in time right now. It's crazy. So was Italy the only country that you moved to?
Yeah, we were going to go to Africa, but my dad decided to move to the US, so he moved to Cincinnati first. I just visited him there, but then he moved to California, and I lived there for a year. But I went back after a year. It didn't work out.
Yeah. So what's your, what's your personal life like there? Like, are you more of someone that stays alone a lot, or do you, what have you transitioned as far as your personal life now?
Well, the weird thing is, when I was with this guy for 18 years, we had, we would go out to dinner like 3 times a week. We would have parties during the weekend, and I was still apart from, I was a part of, normal life. Mm-hmm. And after that, I mean, now I just I love being by myself. It's my sacred space here. I love to go out for a walk, but if you ask me to go to dinner in this really busy restaurant, no thanks. No.
In the same way. Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go to the grocery store, but no, I don't want to actually be out and about.
I don't go there, so I like to go for a walk in the forest, in the woods. That's fine. Yes. In nature.
Yes. You gonna date ever again, or do you not see that as part of your future?
I would love to meet a guy. I dated this guy I was very much in love with. But like I said, he reminded me of my father. Mm-hmm. So that was more a healing journey, part of the healing journey.
Yes.
And that's now a year ago. So you know what? I'm ready now. But I need my man to be a man. I do not want to be his mother.
Yes.
You can do not throw your towel on the floor. No, you know what to do with it.
Yes. Yep.
Remember?
Get close. Yes, I understand that 100%. Yeah.
A man, not a little boy in a man's body.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. Yeah, I can't. It's too loud and too wild. I have to have an anchor.
Yeah.
So, and if not, then you're gonna make me lift off.
Yeah.
Just as fast. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm happy. I mean, I have a great life. I feel whole by myself.
Yes.
And I have my friends. I have my mom, my brother. So yeah, I'm good. But I'm open to meeting my guy. Yeah.
I heard you will. You're welcome. You will. It happens once you get past that understanding that you don't want to be with someone like your father. I feel as though that's the icebreaker that then leads you into your divine union. Yeah. So
We'll see.
Yep. Yes, we will.
Everything in divine timing.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, I don't rush it. People ask me all the time why I don't date, and I'm like, because I don't have to. I don't need to go on dates to get to know different people. I know exactly what's coming for me when I'm prepared to walk through that door.
But doesn't it sound exhausting as well to go on all these dates and dating apps?
Yeah. Because the first thing I'm going to tell them is that I talk to aliens on a regular basis, you know? Yeah, and they're like, that's really cool. I really want to know more about that, until you have a 7-foot tall black dark shadow staring at you in the middle of the night. Then it's not so cool anymore, you know, and following you around. Like I have to have an anchor. I have to be with someone that is as spiritual as me, as aware as me, as conscious as me, and also is capable of working with, or at least has a knowledge of, all the things that I'm capable of seeing. If not, this darkness really attaches to people very easily. And if you're not protected and aware, then it's going to attach to you. And that's what darkness does. And I can't put anybody at risk of that just because you think you can handle what I do. It's very tiring. I don't want to even talk to anybody about what I do. I want them to already have the knowledge of it.
Yeah.
When they come to me, so we don't have to discuss it. We just know. We move right into it. So,
yeah.
Man.
Well, if I ever get married, I will invite you.
Oh my gosh, I would come. I'm serious. Ditto. Because it won't be in Ohio. It'll be on a mountain. I've already seen it. So
that's funny.
Why?
No, because I've always wanted to live on a mountain, you know, where I can walk barefoot all day long.
Yep.
And sunshine, not the rain in Holland every day. No. Yep.
You will eventually.
But let's meet up in Italy with Lee first.
I'm ready. Yeah. Oh, I'm ready. Yeah. I'm helping her through her awakening. Her mom is really loud. Like, she's the type of woman that comes to me at 2 a.m. and she's like, hey, wake up. Hey, Lee needs something. So then I'm getting a hold of Lee and she's like, was it my mom? And I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, you just got to tell me, because she's letting me know something is wrong and you're trying to hide it. I was like, so you might as well tell me so I can sleep tonight. Yeah. We've, she's right dead center in the middle of a pretty big spiritual awakening. So, we had talked about it last year, and we'd actually talked about getting a hold of you too, and all of us meeting up there. And I'm ready. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you want to say? Anything you want to leave the audience with?
Heal.
Yeah.
And, well, thank you for having me.
I'm glad you were on. I'm glad.
I had fun.
Yeah. I'm glad to share this with you, man. It's crazy.
it makes us feel a little less alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to learn, though, is, the law of detachment. And a lot of times we get really attached to wanting someone right next to us, within arm's reach. But the reality of the, spirit world is learning the law of detachment, because you understand that you are literally never alone, and that connection can be felt even if someone isn't right next to you. And that's been a really beautiful thing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for you, man.
Same. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you. All right, man. I'm going to let you go and give my closing. I'm easily entertained. All right, dude. I love you. I'll talk to you. Oh my gosh. Yay. All right, guys. Man, that was almost like it wasn't a show. I just felt like I was just, sitting and talking with an old friend, which is exactly what I was doing. I very much work heavily in the spirit world. It has become my entire existence at this point. Like I just said, learning the law of detachment, one of the most precious gifts that I have been given in all of my training and learning is to understand the connection in the spirit. When you come from, heavy abandonment wounds, neglect wounds, things like that, you're constantly looking for an outside person to replace what never bloomed in you. And in the spirit world, we understand that you have got one incredible spirit team with you at all times. And then you start finding out that you are actually never alone. These people that are very particularly placed in your life have always been there. And, at the time in 1997, neither myself, Lee, or Gwenny knew any of this stuff was going on with each other. I learned a lot about Lee, and we had talked about that on the show with her as well. We had no idea. We were just kids that were trying to have fun and, be kids. And now here we are, each going through our own awakening at different times, different ways, just to find out that we were placed in each other's lives at that point in time, to come back into each other's lives at this point. And it really puts into perspective that spirituality is not confined to right where you sit. So a lot of people have really struggled with my new image in my life. I've lost friends. My family is very uncomfortable with it. But I've made these connections again with people that had been in my life so long ago, just to find out, wow, the incredible journey that this really is. Healing is very painful, very, very painful. When you actually heal from something, you understand the velocity of the pain that you're about to go through physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I actually had 3 psychiatric evaluations done by 3 different providers over a year period, because I thought for sure I was actually finally breaking and cracking and losing my mind, just to be divinely intervened by people from my entire life coming back at this point to let me know that I'm not alone. And if there's anything I can leave with any human being, which is what I try to leave with everyone that comes in my path, it's that we are not alone. Not ever, not ever. It's mastering that law of detachment, and really understanding that soul food. So I'm very grateful to have experienced living life overseas. I'm very grateful to be able to bring my friends from overseas onto the show. I think it really drives it on home that, this is a This is the entire world. This isn't just, where you are, your town, this is all over the world. Awakening, healing, inner child trauma, it's everywhere. And if anything tells you that we are all very much the same, very much alike, it's getting to see someone that lives, in a completely different country that is experiencing the exact same thing as I am here in, Buckeye Lake, Ohio. So, man, it's so important to understand that. Very grateful for Gwenny's friendship. When I was younger, I think she's the first person that has ever said out loud and recognized my pain. At this point, I don't need that, but the appreciation that she heard me and that she saw me on a deeper level than what I was trying to portray to people really solidified what I just went through over the past 2 weeks. That's a very lovely way to close the door, in my opinion. So, man, per the usual, I could talk for days. So, excuse me. We are not alone. You are not alone. You will never be alone. And the more we open up and talk, the more we find everybody is going through their own. And we can do this together. That's community. So unity and community, baby. All right. I'm going to end it here. If no one told you today, I love you. We're all just walking each other home. I'll see you guys next week.
While others mass produce with chemicals and shortcuts, one stay-at-home mama chose a different path. Jade spends months researching each ingredient, carefully sifting everything at least twice, testing every single product on herself before offering it to anyone else. She hand cuts poster cards, captures every photo, adjusts recipes until they're perfect. 6 to 8 hours of love goes into each batch. This is Jade's Wellness Trade, where organic, plant-based products aren't just made, they're crafted with a mother's dedication. No animals harmed, no chemicals hidden, just pure, superior alternatives to what they're selling you in stores. Because the collective deserves better, and Jade's mission? To eventually teach you how to make these yourself. Visit jadeswellnesstrade.my.canva.site and discover what Mama Made really means.